we're getting right back into it. Unfortunately, having a bit of technical difficulties. Wow, I'm having a hard time speaking. Unfortunately, having some technical difficulties. Nothing too big. We're getting it all fixed right now. And as you can see, PTL just entered Chapter 1. Chapter 1 is going to be house to Mario's ability, the 3D mechanic. And they're going to need to pick up exactly 1 coin on their way over to Vestovius' house, who will teach Mario the technique of flipping into 3D. The reason that we get 1 coin is just because he takes all of your coins, and you just don't want to give him more than you need. That'll waste time. So, you'll see the runners grabbing 1 coin on their way there, losing no time for it because it's directly in the route. There's no slowing down needed to get it. Alright, looks like Castle's loading in first. PTL not far behind. We probably will not see too much deviation from these 2 runners in terms of times for a little while. Chapter 1's pretty uniform in terms of routes that you take and what you're doing. So, as I said before, they'll both be very, very close. The pit's really where a lot of the time can get iffy. Alright, this on Castle's screen is Vestovius. Right here, he's calling Mario the great hero impersonator. That's a fantastic line, because we all know that Mario impersonates heroes. Probably one of the worst people I've ever met, honestly. Mario is one of my least favorite people. Helps nobody. Alright, now you saw all those rectangles go towards Mario. That means that he can go into 3D now. There's not much else to say about that. You go into 3D, there's some stuff that wasn't there before. And you're going to see that a lot, even in the Pit of 100 Trials. They can be used in several different ways in there. So now we're gonna backtrack a little bit, but grab some coins on the way. Oh, skipping coins. I think Castle is doing shop skip. And looks like PTL is not. I wouldn't see any other reason to skip the coins there if not for shop skip. One is very basic up until you get to this room that Castle is arriving at now, in which you go into 3D beforehand, and you make your way over to this section up here. Up here we've got a ton of squiglets, and these are amazing for leveling up very quickly if you just chain them all together, as you can see him doing right now. It can be done very fast, and it's the fastest way to get points this early in the game. You saw Castle just got enough, and then he just left. He doesn't need any more because he got so much so quickly already. And now we see PTL doing the same. See if he gets any higher amount than Castle does. Ooh. He dropped it. That's unfortunate. But he is getting a fire burst. Alright, they're evenly matched about on points. And I believe that PTL has one more fire burst than Castle does. That's actually going to help. Yeah, nice fire burst drop. I believe that fire burst is going to help out PTL, and he's not going to have to buy an extra one in the shop. saving him some time and catching him up with Castle a little bit better. Alright. 1-3. We're gonna go in this like secret passage of sorts. It's gonna skip a little bit. It's just faster than the intended route. You can see that they're climbing off of the top of the ladder. When you hit the block to spawn the ladder, it will just spawn the entirety of the ladder. It won't actually progressively build it. PTL getting to the same spot. Castle's gonna be heading to this house in the background. House holds the dude named Red. He might look a little bit familiar. What's going on, Teddy? He looks a little bit familiar. He's stuck in 3D. You gotta help him out. So you just flip out of 3D. He hangs on and he comes with you. You get him to flip the switch for you. Make you a bridge. Pretty nice dude. Oh, and he asks you what your favorite color is. Obviously, it's red. Who else doesn't like red? Like, red's probably one of the best colors. Why is the color red stuck in 3D? I wanted to come up with a witty remark for that, but I really couldn't. So, I'm just going to say that I don't know. You think that green's better? You see, the setup for that joke was that I was going to say that green was an amazing color, and you're stupid if you don't like green instead of red. And I was going to contradict myself. You don't know if you want to do shop skip or not? It's all up to you, PTL. Oh. You did get that fire burst. That's about all I'm gonna say, because I really don't have much to say about that. I have no opinion. There he goes. He's going and doing it. Purple is superior? Listen, we're just talking about red and green here because there's two people that are making you bridges in this, and they are red and green. So they'll ask you whether you like red or green better. For the first one, you have to say red or else you get kicked out, and on the second one, you always get kicked out, so it doesn't matter what you say. But purple, in terms of colors, purple is definitely one of the higher tier colors. Just look at Twitch's logo. Twitch's logo is an amazing color, purple. Alright, you saw them both, PTL's here right now, grabbing the Pixel Throw. This is a hand-shaped Pokemon. Why did I say Pokemon? It's a pixel. It's a hand-shaped pixel, and you throw it out. You can grab items with it. Here, you use it, and you pick up the block. You throw it at the switch, and it lets you leave the room. Pretty simple. You see the same kind of setup with 1-4, except you pick up an enemy. Unless both of them get the corner clip. Pokemon X Paper Mario? Absolutely. Dementio is the best enemy, prove me wrong. Did Castle do shop skip? I believe so. But yeah. Right. Wrapping up 1-3. No, this is not 1-3. This is 1-2. We're going into 1-3. 1-3 is a pretty short one. Alright, heading into 1-3, you're gonna see a lot happening really quickly right here. He's gonna hit 3 different blocks, and he's going to get 3 different power-ups. All of these give you a lot of points because you get a ×3 multiplier when you pick up that red flower. He's gonna run around, kill a couple things, grab a couple mushrooms and an evil one. You know, just kind of the usual things that Mario does. Then he's gonna jump under a tree 10 times. And then head through this door. He just skipped the reasonable portion of this level. So then he's picking up this purple squig so that he can use it in a very, very close upcoming section. It would be right here. He throws it down and then lands on it to skip turning on that flipping mechanism. We have PTL getting into 1-3, about to do that same, I wouldn't say point and grind, but he's going to get the 3 power-ups and get a whole bunch of points from those. Now we have Castle getting to O-Chunks, and this fight is not as much difficult as it is just sometimes inconsistent because of Wii motion controls. The strat for this is to sit in the corner and shake your Wii remote, and sometimes you see what happened to Castle, it just doesn't work. And it screws you over, nothing much you can do about it. All things aside, that was a pretty good O-Chunks fight, and he backed it up really well when the stylish messed up for him. And you can see PTL getting to the O-Chunks fight right now, right as Castle's finishing. Still pretty close. You could see him, you could see Castle do a jump off of an enemy that he placed up higher. That is called Ice Triple Skip. And it saves you having to go just a long way around on moving platforms. Buddy, are you delayed at all? I see him like perfect on everything. I'm not delayed, no. You see, the setup I've got is I've got the chat open for this, and then I've got both Castle's and PTL's original stream. So all I'm getting is default Twitch delay. I've got 3 different Twitch tabs open, basically. What's up, Zach? Alright, 1-4 here. There is a corner clip in this level. I'm pretty sure that Castle's gonna go for it. I'm not so sure about PTL. Alright, we're seeing the long way that I was talking about on PTL's screen. Unfortunately, Ice Triple Skip just wasn't his friend today. We saw Castle go in and grab a key. He's hopping right back on out and going into this locked door. That's going to be a reoccurring thing in this level. We're just going to keep getting keys, going through doors. So right here, he's attempting the corner clip. Almost got it first try. Alright, now he has to maneuver along the seam. Ooh, unfortunate. Falling outside of the bounds there. That kind of stuff can happen when you're working along the seams. He's gonna just head right back on into it. Unfortunately, take another fall. PTL just getting into 1-4. I agree with chat, this is a very Monka-esque moment. You got this, Castle. Just believe in yourself. Alright. Let's see, PTL. PTL going and catching up just a little bit. Oh, there we go, Castle. Getting the corner clip like I was telling you. And walking along the seam, grabbed the key. Now he's onto this. Right there, he had to use Tippy to spawn that platform. That can be also kind of finicky just because of Wii controls, but if you can find a consistent way to hold the Wiimote every time, it's not that big of a deal. Doors definitely suck, yes. You can be holding like up left and never get a door when you want it to activate, and then vice versa, it never works. Like when you don't want it to open. Alright, PTL going for the corner clip, getting the key early. Alrighty. See if he gets his first try. No ladder jump, invalid run. Wow. PTL getting key early, first try. It's a very hype moment. That's not easy. Castle just hit 4 different red-colored switches. Those are all in the exact same order every time, and you don't need to worry about them ever changing. So these guys all have them memorized, and just... They even hit the last one with Thoreau to save the frames. Oh man, that would have made me cringe so hard if PTL fell all down that ladder right there. That is the worst feeling in any run if you fall down that ladder. Alright, we see the dragon I was talking about. Well, not the one I was talking about. This one's a weaker version of the dragon that we'll be fighting later. This one's Fractal. This one's the Chapter 1 boss, and this one guards the Pure Heart. Right now he's really nice to you. He's like trying to let you through, and then Dementio's like, "Yo, Dementio, I'm gonna screw up your life." And then he hacks the mainframe. Now he's evil. He got a whole bunch of error codes that he's gonna sport out right now. Dementio! Alright. We see PTL climbing the stairs, getting to the boss fight. Control Alt Delete. Like failed. Alright, so this boss is basically an auto-scroller. No way to really put that lightly. You get in here, the boss battle starts, and there's just a long segment where you sit and do nothing. Right here, we're going to see them probably both go for a setup to where they can jump onto the dragon as it is entering the screen to get the closest possible location to its antenna. See it right now on Castle screen. He's going to take the invincibility from that, land onto the dragon. And now he is very, very close to the antenna and can now do a consistent sort of self-alignment where he will spawn the Rackles to throw at the antenna. And he's going to pick up another one for the next go-around. And the only time you can really lose time at this point is from that. That sucks for Castle. Hopefully he will be able to bring this back. That, unfortunately, is just something that can happen. That happened in my personal best on Racktail, on the other dragon. Let's see how Castle does otherwise, though. He's not out of this. Shop Skip definitely put him much further ahead. And now he's back on the dragon. PTL hopping on the dragon as well. That really does seem to be Commentator's curse. I'm sorry, Castle. I'm so sorry, bro. I was talking about how the only thing that could happen was, and then it just happened. Ooh, and even accidentally throwing the Frackle the wrong way. That also very unfortunate. See PTL grabbing his Rackles, readying him up. I don't know how many times, like how many cycles PTL has gone through. This is probably going to be his third right now that he's going on to. Hard to keep track of both at once. Alrighty. Castle's meeting with Relumia. And she's going to give the second Pure Heart, and the only other Pure Heart that we'll be getting. Past this, it is getting Boomer and going to the pit. Alright, PTL finishing up with Fractal.
Yeah.
Alrighty, end of chapter. We're going to be moving on. There's going to be these little blurbs of text after every segment of every chapter. We've seen most of them already, but there's an extra couple when you finish an entirety of a chapter, an entire world. And PTL also finishing chapter 1. Hello, Penguin. Alright, now we have a Peach interlude. This is what I was talking about earlier. This has the runners playing as Peach before they actually unlock her as a playable character. So she's going to need to infiltrate through Count Bleck's castle with these two Koopa Troopas, a Hammer Brother and a regular one, and they're going to have to find a way to get out or something. I don't really know why they're going through there, but they are. Go with it. Sorry, had to mute there for a little bit. Alrighty. So,
Oh. Yeah. Ah. Hi. Hmm? Yeah. Hmm. Yeah.
sorry about that. It was quite a long time. That is Something that I've always had to deal with, and not that I'm disappointed that my father wants to spend time with me, it's just always at exactly the wrong time, and I'm always so upset about that. But it's whatever. Well, I'm doing a fantastic Super Paper Mario community. Alrighty, so to go over what I missed, what they did is they made some soup before they met Peach, so that they could skip having to backtrack and go make the soup after they met Peach. It's also just a little thing about game knowledge. And then you got then you have Peach, like just unlocking Peach. She can do a float, and if you press down, you're like invincible. The squiglet jump? Oh, it was a normal squiglet jump. Don't worry about it, PTL. Don't worry about it. Alrighty. So, see Castle just entering 2-1, and PTL not very far behind, just about to do it as well.
Okay.
So this one's gonna have some very, very quick uses of Peach, and then the runners are gonna switch right back off of her. She is slightly slower in base speed than Mario is, so we don't want her out. We want to do the least amount possible, and they're gonna be using those blocks in an unintentional way. Instead of flipping them back into 2D how they're supposed to be, they're just gonna jump on them and use the game's built-in failsafe function to be able to get up there. Oh, picking up a power stake. That's pretty good. That's a lot of HP for a heal. Sorry if you hear any rustling upstairs. Alright, nice Paragoomba jump coming from Castle. So there is basically 3 ways to do this room. You can either do the Paragoomba jump that Castle just did. You can jump off of the block that contains the POW pills, and you can just do it the regular intended way. At least it's not a mower or a dog barking. That's definitely I mean, I feel like a mower wouldn't be as bad. It's just a constant noise. Dog barking is barking is very annoying. Regardless, though, heading into this next room, we're gonna use those POW pills. Just kill that piranha plant. We don't need to worry about him. All right, heading on through this room. You're supposed to use a Mega Star here. We're speedrunners. We don't do that. Where's the real JCR? Haven't seen him message in a while. But that's totally true, Zachling. I think that is the real gamer Squiddy. Castle either going on a different kind of autopilot or slightly slipping off that pipe there, but he recorrected himself right after. And right here he's getting Boomer. He's unlocking Boomer by killing that enemy. And he's going to open up this chest, and there's going to be nothing inside it. See? Nothing. Except for voice. There's going to be a voice. There's a pixel in there. So this is our bomb. This allows us to attack spiky enemies, and this run is technically possible without this guy. You just have to get super duper ultra lucky. Always. Alright, so he asked you a whole bunch of questions, the answer to which they're just both yes for like all of them, just written in different ways, and it doesn't matter what you choose. He's gonna join you anyways, and you're gonna have a bomb regardless. So as soon as they get Boomer, they immediately leave. They don't need anything else from here. They can leave now and head straight to the Pit of 100 Trials. They have everything they need. So you'll see them both doing exactly that, like right about now. And as soon as PTL finishes up the dialogue with Boomer. What's Pit World Record? I don't remember off the top of my head. That sounds about right, Zach. Alrighty, getting some tippy blocks done here. Like I said before, tippy can be kind of finicky, but these runners probably have a very consistent way of holding their Wii Remote to unlock these blocks, so they're good. Oh, unfortunate. He just barely missed the platform. He's gonna have to go right back around and try to get it this time. But he'll be much closer this time, so he needn't worry. See PTL get into that room. And the reason you need Boomer, aside from the spikes, in a casual playthrough is because there's blocks blocking the pipe to get here, and you need to uncover those first. There is a corner clip to get inside of those, I believe. If I recall correctly, I'm not entirely sure. Oh, wow. Already a really good key. Yeah, PTL just did go right out of his way to get to the HP plus early. It's gonna add 5 HP to his max forever. That's it. That's all it does. But it's really good. It's a really nice way of just leveling up without leveling up. And it does give a full heal, I believe. I haven't used the HP plus in this game in a long time, so really it doesn't. That's how it worked in the previous 2 games, so I shouldn't be too surprised. Alright. Let's see. I'm waiting for both of them to go into these doors to see, Alright, we got PTL on room 3 and Castle on room 6. So a lot of these beginning rooms, we're going to be killing everything rather quickly. There's not going to be too much other than just a couple jumps or a couple bombs, and then just head into the door. So the runners are going to be seeing these doors out of like the corner of their eye, and they know like common spawn locations for them, but it can be random, and it's just up to reaction at that point. And seeing how well you can recognize the layout to the door in time. Alrighty. A room with squigs and squiglets. This is one of the easiest rooms, especially since it's very close to the start. It's kind of crazy that you can go from rooms like that one to 97. 97's a real doozy. You can sort of figure out where any door is like it by seeing how many. Yeah, exactly. 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 It really is. But we'll cross the bridge when we get to it. We don't want to put too much thought of 97 into the runners' brains before they get to it. We don't want them to overthink it. Was that a first key for Castle right then? I'm not sure. It looked like it. Alrighty. Castle opting to kill a Schlorp, and it works out for him. It seems like he's also killing things to get points. If I'm recognizing like the situation right. Because it looks like that he's slightly below on points from where he should be, and he's trying to recover from that. He should have about 60,000, I believe it is, by the time he gets to a chain chomp. And if he doesn't, he just can't do anything. Room 25, yep. Yeah, 19's coming up soon. 19 has a Koopa Patrol in it. It's a joke in the community that if you do a pit percent run and then in that room the Koopa Patrol has the key, then you got Koopa trolled. And that's how it really feels. It feels like the game is playing a trick on you. So, but the community's decided to dub it, and it couldn't be a more fitting name. Is this it? No, that's 17. We're 2 away from that. Alright, and now we got PTL getting into 13. Can't seem to harm the Clefs by jumping on him. He's gonna have to bomb every single enemy in this room, which means that they're all gonna take quite a bit more time than these runners would like. If you can get a really good point grind or like a slow flower at the beginning when you do the point grind, then you can come back, or not come back, but you can come here and you can defeat those guys with just jumps. It makes it much faster. Right. Exactly. And can see that Castle just broke that mark, and now he is he's gotten extra attack power, and he is in the room with the Koopa Troll. So fingers crossed that it's not in the Koopa Troll, but the odds are not looking the best. Ooh, unfortunate. So this is what you have to do if the Koopa Troll has the key. You have to sit behind him. You have to follow him very close. Don't hit him though. Don't do it. You'll get hurt. But you have to follow very close, put a bomb, and then spam 1. Hope it explodes right while he's right in front of you. If he gets outside of the... outside of the range of that bomb, then that's your fault. You should have dealt with that better. All right, so Castle finally killed it. Now he's moving on to the next room. This is the midway rooms. This is usually where we split and change which segment we're timing on. All right, another room where, never mind. I was gonna say that it was gonna require a lot of sitting and just bombing everything, but Castle got first key on it, so he didn't even have to worry about that. All right, PTL heading into Coup Patrol room. First key in the Coup Patrol room, which is really, really, really nice for PTL, helping him catch up quite a bit. That room single-handedly took out like 3 or 4 rooms of difference between those two players. We got PTL just bombing away at this these spinies. That was either first or second key. Either way, that's pretty good for that room. Both heading into a new room. So these are Sproingoings and their family. You jump on one, then they'll split into 3. Then you got to kill all 3 again. You'll see our runners jumping on them either twice or jumping on the one, then waiting a little bit in the air, then jumping on the 3 afterwards. That gives more points, and it just kills them all a lot easier. Got PTL moving on to room number 24. Almost halfway through this set of rooms. Castle is on 25. Because this is the Chain Chomp room. He's leaving now. And like I said before, if he was not at 60k by that point, he was just locked. He couldn't do anything about that. In my opinion, Daisy rooms are some of the best first keys that you can get. Just because this game is hard to play when there is a whole bunch of sleep going at you. So if you can just deal with other rooms that don't have a bunch of sleep pellets coming for you, you're good. Oh yeah, ninja rooms have, or the ninja rooms, sorry, because they're not ninjas in this game. They're ninjos and ninjeris. The ninja rooms are the absolute best to get first key on. Those are complete RNG. It's like a 50-50 whether they just die or they choose not to. They can just become a bomb and ruin your entire experience with life. Alright, these enemies, you're either intended to flip around them and hit their weak spot, or you can place a bomb on the inside of them and have them travel through it, and then blow up their weak spot like that. And if they're on one of these black brick platforms in the Pit of 100 Trials, you have to take them out with Boomer or wait for them to flip around. Oh yeah, that was a pretty good head jump from PTL. The direction that you bounce off of Longators can be pretty wonky sometimes. So it's really good to see these runners very good at staying on top of them and maximizing their damage the entire time. Not having to fall off and then get back on and keep bouncing.
Castle getting 2 poison shroom drops. Honestly, don't know why he's not taking those. Those are probably the best item in the game. Getting poisoned is probably one of the most overpowered statuses you can have. Just losing health is probably one of the worst things that you can have happen in this game. So, in all reality, you don't actually want that status. Alright, got PTL coming out of that elongator room. Moving on to this room with the Cursias and the, what are those guys called? Those guys that split. I've never known what those guys are called. Castle is now in danger. He needs to play a little bit more carefully so he doesn't just somehow accidentally die. That's something very common to— oh, hot sauce is very good. Got several very good item drops so far. Alright, so as I was saying before, Castle just needs to play a little bit more carefully as of right now. He doesn't want to die accidentally to like a club or something that can do 3 damage. He's gonna know what amount of damage every enemy does. This is a very very stressful moment for him, I could tell. Luckily, he had that power stake to help him through it. Good ninja room coming out from PTL. Got through it relatively unharmed. As long as you're not in danger coming out of the ninja room, you should be good. Ice Storm too, we're getting some really good drops. Using it immediately, okay. And I don't know if those are the last guys, but using it did get him the key, so I'd say it was worth it. See, Castle got a key. Let's see what room he's moving on to. PTL is moving on to 38, while Castle is moving on to number 40. Still only two floors between these two. It's stayed around that much throughout the entire race, just about.
2 to 3 rooms. Nice clubba jumps, or nice just jumps that he's getting on the clubbas, because those can be pretty tricky to kill if you don't have a ceiling. Nice getting the key right in front of the door. He doesn't have to go anywhere to leave. Alright, PTL arriving at 40 right now. You can see PTL going for all of these squiglets first, and then going for the clubbas. We always want to kill the squiglets first, just because they have way less HP and way less attack. There's much less to risk by going for squigs, including time. So we often just go for those first. But at this point, he's been fully committed to killing clubbas, so walking away from one as he's already been killing it would not be that great of an idea. So that's why you saw him just standing up there. Alrighty, now we got Castle moving on to room number 44. Squigs, Squogs, and Cursius. Squogs are just stronger squigs, but they shoot their coconuts a little bit faster. in an any percent route of this game, you use those faster coconuts to do an even bigger point grind in World 5. But seeing as though we don't get there, we take the point grind in 1-1. Tyloids can be pretty trolly as well. Not just the Koopa Trolls. Not just the Amazy Daisies. But also these guys as well. They can be up in a corner if you don't keep track of them well enough, or if you just don't happen to see it in time before it gets there. Oh, any percent grinds in both now. I didn't know that. Saw PTL just leaving a Koopa Striker room. Those things can be pretty annoying if you spawn at the bottom, because you'll have a lot of shells coming at you. But if you spawn up at the top, that room is 100% a breeze. You just stand in front of the Koopas and they just kill themselves. PTL taking out some squags, getting a key. Castle moving on to 48, dealing with some Magic Koopas here. First key, nice. He's gonna heal up just to be safe. Don't want any accidental deaths. You can see he is at 13. Any one of these clubbers in here would have killed him. So you gotta know how much damage everything does, and just be very mindful of that while you're playing through. You could maybe save a heal in a room where something's doing 2 damage instead of 3, but he really did want to make sure he was playing it safe. Nice. So Castle did something that resembles the 1-1 point grind. What he did was he jumped on one enemy till it died, and then swapped over to the next and kept jumping on it. Every time you jump on an enemy after killing another, it will add the points that you got from the previous enemy onto every time that you jump onto the new enemy. So he just got a whole bunch of free points just for basically doing a combo. Kicking the shell down there is just killing everything else while he's dealing with the stuff up top. PTL entering. Ooh, the 48 with the clubbers and the Magic Koopas. See how he deals with it. These pig enemies on Castle screen are pretty easy if you can just get like the easy way to kill them, and if you have the small one, it can be difficult if you've got a ceiling, but it doesn't usually get too hard with that. Yeah, really, PTL, you haven't had the greatest RNG on that. That was very sad. Having to kill a lot of clubbers, a lot of Magic Koopas is not the thing you want to be doing in a run like this. Those are 2 things that are very punishing to even attempts to attack, so getting stuck on those kinds of rooms are very, very taxing for your item pool and for your time. I don't know how Castle just landed on that, but he got the key from it, so that's all that matters, I guess. Another first key clubber room. Was that on Castle's end? See him doing killing that Cursio there. Getting it out of the way, getting the key. Alright, PTL's halfway through now. Wow. The exact same, like, load time and time to go through the door. That was, kind of really weird. Both entered the doors at the same time. Yeah, Castle's been getting pretty good keys. Alright. Castle just started voluntarily attacking the Amazing Daisy, which... Not to say it's a bad idea, I'm just kind of surprised. You don't normally see that. Oh, is everybody gonna be... Ooh, this is not good, this is not good, not good for Castle. Oh, that was a real nail biter there. So if he did not get the key from that last Daisy there, he would have had to kill the gold one, and it's just not a fun time then. You have to keep hitting it in and out of 3D. It's a nightmare. Though it can be kind of cheese if there are two enemies where the Amazing Daisy can bounce back and forth between. But that's about your only easy way of killing a Daisy. God. Yeah, the magic block was in the floor. It was kind of weird. We don't talk about him. Alright. Looking down at PTL, let's see where he is at. He did just get a key, I saw that. Close to a 45-second room. We don't like seeing that though. That's not good. 54. Whereas Castle is at 62. Castle has been getting some very good RNG this run, so it's to be expected. Though Castle's RNG has seemingly been slowing down a little bit more, but I'm not sure how much. So if PTL's luck can prevail through these final rooms, then maybe he could have an even better chance to catch up. Just because of the later enemies taking longer to kill. That's a pretty good idea from Zach. Buying a Mighty Tonic if Flim has it. Either that or a spare heal item if he doesn't. You can never have too many healing items. Speaking of healing items, looks like Castle's gonna need one, dude. Either that or that Courage Shell that he has. See if that would even do anything. If something does 1 damage, it makes it do 0, so... Oh. He paused. I didn't see why he paused. Is he like right in front of an enemy? About to hit it? About to touch it? No? Okay. I don't know what that was about. That had me really worried for his run right there. Oh my lord. Yeah, that's probably exactly what it was. It does get stressful when you're oh no. Unfortunate. Unfortunately taking a death there. Sometimes unavoidable. When you do shop skip, it makes it kind of risky when you're going through the... Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, family's kind of important. Alrighty. Well. Oh, absolutely, Castle. It's just, what can you do sometimes? Alright, anyways. Right now we've got, Gotcha. So, we are going to be watching through the rest of PTL's run, because if he dies, then it's going to go to a rematch. Call it a draw. Oh? Alrighty. Got him in the Dark Booze room. Dark Booze can be pretty easy to take out. Just throw a bomb behind yourself on one of these 4 block wide ledges, and they should spawn on one side of you because they don't have anywhere else to go. And Dry Bones and Dull Bones have to be taken out with either an explosion or fire. They won't be harmed by any kind of jump, so another good reason why we need Boomer.
You 1 second. Alright, should be good. Alright.
Oh, getting the key now from the red Tyloid. Those things have more health and do more damage than normal Tyloids, I believe. Oh! Right in his path. He could just grab that key and leave. Alright, now we have 2 different types of Longators here. These Longators that are red, they're just stronger and do more damage. Oh, that's really nice for PTL. If PTL can go and grab that Shroom Shake, he's living the good life. Now he has a 10 HP heal that he can use at any time, and that's obviously very good for several reasons. PTL using it right there. then leveling up, getting using that one heal so that he can get the grander one, which is really smart. Now at 35 health too. Just because he got that HP plus earlier, he'd be at 30 right now. Alright. Like I was saying, you can like I was saying on the earlier Koopa Striker room, you can see this one. PTL was just standing in front of the striker, then waiting for it to pull out a shell. Then it automatically gets kicked, and in that kind of way, it just kills itself. First key on a cleft, even the weaker one at that, so that's really good. You didn't even have to wait for the bomb that he put down. Like I was saying before, these guys can be pretty annoying when it comes to dealing with them on these black bricks. You have to wait for them to turn around and get behind them, or place Boomer and wait for them to position themselves where you can hit them, like this. So he just went and showed off both different ways. Ooh, flipped controls. And slow. This is one of the worst feelings to get in a run. You gotta like flip your controller upside down and then your 1 and 2 buttons are backwards. Sucks. But he seems to be dealing with it pretty well, other than the initial bump into the other Cursia. Him being a little bit slower is noticeably messing him up. You could see that he was trying to jump around to the door and bonked his head. Oh, now he's just slow. He doesn't need to worry about the flip. Oh, and now he's good. So, luckily for him, it only affected him the one room that he was in. No more. So he's good to deal with this room just by default. Nice. And you've probably seen this a ton, but there's sometimes pipes laid out in the rooms so that characters that are not Mario can access the door if they need to. If it's behind a wall. And now, as Mario, they don't need to do that. They can just go into 3D and jump over to the door like that. So. Yeah, there are the links for Castle and PTL streams, respectively. Be sure to go and follow them. They're pretty good people, I'd say. Pretty friendly. Moving on to 77. Magic Blots. Some squads. Nothing too horribly difficult. Not so sure about that BuddyJJohnson guy, though. Seems like a kind of weird dude. But you can follow him, I guess. Magic Blots can be very easily defeated in a very similar way to Dark Boos, where you can stand on one of these 5-block or 4-block wide like objects from the wall, and they will be forced to spawn right behind you or right in front of you, and you can just bomb them and jump on them very easily. PTL sitting at 2 HP. Using another Shroom Shake, very smart. Don't want to die here at this late part in the run. He did heal. He's got it. He's got it. PTL just likes living life on the edge. Alrighty. A reskin of those pig enemies that we saw earlier. They have the exact same amount of HP, so there's needn't worry about your damage at that point for these guys. They just take 3 hits to kill, which is a theme with certain enemies in this game, like that and the stone buzzies. That would probably be a very good idea. From what Zach just said, killing a whole bunch of Pokies can lead to a whole bunch of healing items. So, doing so might result in something good for PTL. Get more of those good item drops that we've been getting all throughout this race today. A lot of pink in this room. Not much else to say about that. I think that's the only reason they put this room here. They were just like, hey look, we got the color pink. There's not much else too special about this. Because these aren't really hard enemies, these are just basic enemies. Those that confetti there made me really think that it was a key. Ooh, nice! Nice. Very, very clutch level up there. One more hit, he would have been dead, but level up coming in very, very clutch. Saving the run, probably. First key in a room with any kind of schlorp is very, very good. You don't want to, especially these ones. These ones take 2 bombs to kill. And the respawn time for Boomer takes even longer if you put Boomer into a schlorp. So, very, very nice. Just kind of way to get out of the situation.
Gonna mute real quick. Alrighty. So this is the room that Castle would have been using the hot sauce in. This room's got a lot of different enemies that can be quite aggravating. These guys can go through the floor, and then you have to chase them down in a kind of awkward way. Then Cursias, accidentally bumping into one of those. Not very fun. And then the little propeller guys, also very unfun to kill sometimes. Ooh. He's been getting some pretty good items this entire time. Ah, they're copters. There are blue ones? Do the blue ones only appear in World 4? Alright, room 90. In the home stretch here. Choppas are in the pit? There's a Choppa in the Squig room. I must just never pay attention to anything I do in this game. Alright. Got a really fun room right here. So 50% that any of these guys die ever. Always. That's the entire room. Good luck. So, he also spawned in a location where he has to go pretty linearly to be able to get to the door. Luckily, he did get a second key, which is not as good as first key, obviously, but we still take it. I think Coptas are in 8-3. And Choppas are just in 35 in Chapter 4. Gotcha. Yeah. And item drops this race have been quite insane. You can see him waiting there a little bit on the enemy. If he was going to jump on it twice, might as well just jump on it 3 times. Ooh, being spawned in the middle of a bunch of enemies is, it can be a lot to take in when you're, first walking into a room. He reacted very well, though. And you can see he's at like the perfect level to take these guys out with. That's always good to get here by that point. It's always nice to just kill these guys a lot faster than what you're used to. Room number 97. Alright, so this is the room I was talking about earlier. He needs to be very, very nice! Alright, he's got it. That was hard to watch. It was stressful. Luckily, he got through. No scratch, honestly, is really hard to get in that room. So, good on him for not taking a single hit. Nice. One of those three, those red chomps had it. So he can move on to the next room, not have to tussle with that last one right there. Alright, 99. This has a lot of magic blocks, and that's it. You can see him healing up. Why not? Alrighty. You can see he just killed him in just a big batch right there with the strategy I was talking about earlier. And just if he doesn't die on Bracktail, which I don't think he will, he has got a lot of HP. He's got this. He is finished the run. Let's hope for no dragon clip like happened to Castle earlier. No clipping into the dragon. Alrighty. So this boss fight is done quite similarly to the first one. That looks quite similar to say about it. So you're gonna be seeing him do the same like lineup trick where he's going to end his 3D meter, get the invincibility frames, and then jump on it right all at the same time. And right about here is where the boss fight changes, when he actually gets to the actual boss fight. So he's gonna do 5 hits, I believe, with this Ice Storm. That was either 4 or 5, I didn't really count. So he's gonna need to fill that in to make that 10. He needs to make 10 hits per phase, and then it will do the roundabout thing like the last one did, where he can jump back onto it. Alrighty. So he's going to not grab any of these extra ones like he did last time. He's instead going to be as Peach right here for a good reason. He's going to sit there and he's going to float and land on the antenna, and that lets you get all 10 hits directly in a row, and you don't even have to wait for any of the little rackles. Saves a lot of time. Alright. Doing it one more time. And GG's from PTL. And I said earlier that you do all this to the run button. Nice, he levels up from the boss. This right here, this pixel that you obtain from this, if you hold 1, you get to run. That's your reward for beating the first pit of 100 trials of the game. There's 3 different separate ones. There's the flip side pit, there is the flop side pit, and then there's the Sammer Kingdom 100 trials. Alrighty, so we got a finished run now. Alrighty, so that means that PTL wins this race. We'll be moving on.